Stay. 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 Your turn.
Krissy Leinen. I'm 27, and I teach art at Gilbert High School and the middle school. And I do yoga on the side for fun. So mom was an art teacher, and I went into college as a history major, and I wanted to be a museum curator, and the job outlook was really, really bad. And I missed being in kind of an art classroom, so I switched majors to design, and I was in design for maybe 2 weeks, and as I was helping people in the class, and I was like, I really should just do that, or I'm being able to look at people's art and help with that. So that's kind of how I fell into it. And then I told mom on the phone, I was like, I'm changing majors. I'm going to be an art teacher. And she was so worried. She's like, I'm going to stress for the next 3.5 years now. Because I told her on the week that they happened to lay off 500 fine arts jobs in California. So Gilbert, actual population, I would say it's got to be under 2,000. It's tiny. We don't even have a stoplight. I think the biggest challenge is meeting new people that are my age. Since it's just me and the dog, I have to actively go out and be like, okay, I want to do something. But it is hard because it's the scene that we would meet people is weird. You're like, oh, this isn't, I don't know, it's odd to try to meet people that way. Especially because when I was in college, I was in a sorority. So you were always paired with another house for things. For homecoming, you were paired with the house. And so you'd be working on lawn display, or you'd be working on Yell Like Hell. And so you were meeting new people, and you had a purpose of why you were constantly being in contact. And now it's you go down to Des Moines and we're hanging out and you want to meet new people, and it's there's really no other purpose of meeting them besides hey, I want to meet a new person. Who are you? There's sometimes where it comes easy, but a lot of times that's where I do tend to be a little bit more introverted. And so it can be a little bit harder to be I don't know. In my head, I start to overanalyze things of what should we say? There's a lull in the conversation. We need to fill that. What would they like to talk about? There's just this constant stream of talking all the time in my head. And sometimes I'm just shut up. You're not making this any easier. I'm more like I was as a kid now than what I was in high school. And it started, I guess, in middle school. I don't know why, but I was super perfectionist, control freak. And I still have that tendency of being a planner and making sure everything is kind of in order. But I was a crazy perfectionist. And I don't know if it's being part of the yoga community where it's everyone's so accepting of come as you are and you're fine, or if it's seeing, I think a big part is seeing my middle schoolers and seeing how they beat themselves up over things. And I feel so bad, and I want to be no, you're perfect just the way you are. And they're my hair is this and da-da-da, and so called me this word, and I don't have any friends, and it's heartbreaking to see them like that. And then to think I beat myself up like that when I was growing up. And I don't know, now it's more of I'm embracing, like, letting my freak flag fly of just being like, it's fine to be exactly how I am. And, like, you want to push yourself and get better at certain things, but being, I don't know, just being okay with not being normal. Which I don't know why we thought we all had to be normal.